Hello fam, Max here once again with another video detailing video game tutorials, and this time we're taking a closer look at Nier Automata and her finishing moves, or shall I say finishers. Now I've been wondering this for quite a while now. There are streamers and YouTubers, famous ones out there that actually been making quite a lot of videos and tutorials on how to do stuff inside this game. How come no one ever mentioned it? I mean, like the idea never actually occurred to them, or that they haven't even noticed it? Like, I get it, the game doesn't actually mention any kind of tutorial. There isn't any hints on how to do the finishing moves. You have to like discover it all on your own. But still, it begs the question, really, like, no one at all? I decided to take the matter in my own hands and make a tutorial of my own. Hopefully, I'll mention every single piece of details and hints you need to know about pulling out these finishing moves. And as you can see, I'm doing this in a debug room, not in the main game, because up there, if you can see it, I'm level 99, so I'm basically maxed out. I'm like God mode. So if I want to do it in the main game, I'll basically kill every single enemies before that even happen, you know? Be able to do the finishing moves. It'll be quite a lot difficult, actually impossible to do it in the main game as the level as I am, like level 99. If you couldn't do it, you can actually do it in the lower levels if you're still a low level. But if you're level 99, it doesn't matter if you play the game on easy, normal, or even hard, it's still, you just one hit kill them. It doesn't really give you a chance to open up finishing moves and do finishers, which are basically awesome concept of this game, and unfortunately never mentioned like at all. I can't believe they haven't even come up with a tutorial about it in the game either. I get it, they wanted to leave it blank for like it's something for you to discover, so discover it on your own. I get it, but like nothing at all. I mean, most games do it, but this game actually left us all blank. Anyway, that won't be a case anymore because I'm gonna tell you all about it. You can actually pull out the finishing moves yourself. But I'll do it in the debug room, since this room actually has the ability to advance enemy levels. Right then, without further ado, let's begin. The first thing I'd like to mention, and honestly it's actually the most important factor about this finishing moves, is that enemies don't have to be in a low health. I know that you guys probably read a lot about them, and in most games enemies have to be in low health in order to perform a finishing moves or any kind of critical damage that causes enemies to instant kill or, you know, flashy attacks. But in this game they don't need to be in a low health in order to perform these finishing moves. They have to be stunned. Now bear that in mind, the fact that I said that there is no need for them to be in low health, which means if you stun them at a high health, they can still be, you know, you can still perform a finishing move. It doesn't make any difference either way. And although it doesn't instantly kill the enemy, it still lowers their HPs a lot. If they're in a high level, that is. If they're in a low level or mid level, or you are in a high level, you might actually kill them all instantly. The basic concept is it'll sap their health a lot. Like when you perform a finishing move, like if their HP is at like full, you can actually sap it like all the way to near end, or sometimes in a mid. What's really important is that the state you perform those finishing moves. So the state is actually stun. When the enemy is stunned, you are able to use finishing moves. And when this stun happens, if you close the distance between you and enemy, the icon appears. As you can see, I'm playing it on PlayStation 4, so my icon is circle, and I press the circle button and I can perform a finishing moves. And it's as simple as that. There's a different button in Xbox and PC. So to put it simply, you just have to press the interaction button. Which button that you're interacting with other characters, other NPCs. When you get close to them or you want to pick up an item, which item you use to interact with that item or pick it up. That button is your finisher. So to sum it up, it's simple. Hit the enemy until he's stunned. When he's stunned, close the distance, press circle, do the finisher. It's just as simple as that. Now then, about chips. If you, like me, prefer to do it in the debug menu because you're either high leveled or just want to avoid any kind of main story effects and stuff, and you just want to enjoy yourself doing these finishing moves and stunts and stuff, the chips you should equip, or at least I equipped, and I believe they are most helpful when doing these kind of moves. The main chip that I consider adding is resilience. The resilience, as you can see here, says that if your HP is above 80%, staggering won't affect you. So equip resilience, and as the second main one, I consider adding defense. Just boost up your defense. Try to add as high level defense as possible. Now let's take a quick look at my weapon selection. As you can see, guys, I'm using the iron bar and bare fists. The bare fists, I don't even use them. It's triangle, but I don't use them at all. Just the iron bar. The reason I equip that is because, as I told you guys before, the stunning matters. If you stun the enemies, if they're stunned, you can perform the finishing moves and all kinds of finishers and cool stuff. So the iron bar is the only weapon in the entire game that has high stun. You have stun blades, you have stun weapons, they can charge up and stun attacks. Their attacks can be useful to stun up enemies, but still, it'll take a long time for them to actually stun your opponent for you to be able to perform the finishing moves. Unlike Iron Bar actually has high stun. Those have stun up, those others have stun up ability, which means there is a possible chance that they will stun your enemy. But Iron Bar has high stun, which is like stun them successfully. Not with first attack or second attack, it'll stun them real quickly. High stun. One other tip I'd like to mention while playing the main game is that your ally, which is 9S, he regularly, I didn't actually equip him the blade that has a stun effect, but he just randomly stuns enemies. So either just get attacked by an enemy or attack an enemy back and wait for him to attack other enemies. He usually attacks, and his attacks does stun damage, and those stun damage could actually create an opening for you to do it in the actual game itself, you know? After 9s attack them and they're stunned, just focus on the enemies that are stunned, go around them, just whenever it works, wherever it works actually. You can go by their sides, front, back, it doesn't matter. You can perform the finishing blow from every direction. Not up though, you have to just be down on the ground. You can perform it up. So wait for him to stun them, perform your finishing blow, and push him out.